Hello, this is making candy glass, only 3 ingredients. We've got 2 cups granulated sugar, 3/4 cups of water, tap water is just fine, a 2/3 cup light corn syrup. Optional, you could use food coloring, you could also use a flavoring agent. I used a little bit of natural vanilla for this, but it did tint the resulting glass a very, very light tan color, which I was not fond of. Things that might help you would be either a candy thermometer or an infrared thermometer gun. I'm using a gun. A digital scale and or good measuring cups. I'm using both. And a silicone spatula to stir constantly. A cookie sheet with tall edges, and I'm using parchment paper because it just peels right off very easily. Let's see, also wet down the sides of the pot when you start, so that way it won't allow the sugar to build up on the walls as you are constantly stirring. Let's see. And I was checking with the gun, every, few minutes or so. Took a long time, I'd say about 15, 17 minutes before I could tell that it was going to reach that magic 300-degree mark. If you don't use a candy thermometer, make sure you cook for at least 15 to 20 minutes so that you get that 300-degree mark achieved. Otherwise, your glass will be sticky. There I am, tilting the pan to and fro. I sped up the film so you wouldn't have to watch me doing that for 5 minutes. It's going to take about an hour to cool down. I had that as a lollipop later because it just crackled off the spatula. Very satisfying. Now, if I wasn't going to break that up into little bits, I'd say that would be perfect to use as like a lake or like an ice skating rink on top of a cake or something. Except that it was rather thick. It was about a good 3 millimeters, maybe more in the center. But it was so thick I had to actually use a pair of pliers to break it up. There I am checking the temperature, 250. Yeah, see, 25 minutes. Yeah, so only 5 minutes had gone by since I took it off the heat. You're going to want to wait about an hour for it to cool down. Well, there it is, 1 hour later. And it's very sturdy when it's that thick, too. And it's completely see-through. There I am with the pliers, breaking it up. And again, I sped it up like 10 times speed, so you wouldn't have to sit there for 10 minutes while I break this up into little bits. This was actually used for a Halloween prop, but it was also delicious. Then I made one more batch, which was a little brighter blue because I did not add extra brown vanilla flavoring.